Hello and welcome to another episode of me painting again. Oh yeah, we're painting again, and this time we're going to up the ante a bit because I decided that I'm going to paint this. So when I was away, I took a picture of these two blokes on their boat, and one of them was looking at me going, "What are you doing taking a picture of me?" So here we go. I'm going to use this scaling tool just to give myself a sketch. So what's the word? Just to work out the length. It's just a bit quicker to use than a ruler, and I do use rulers sometimes. So I want a really thin paint, so I forgot to get myself some water. I need a bit of water. Got a little bit of water. Just make it a really thin brown. So this is the length of the boat. So I'm gonna have my boat about there, I think. About there. So this is the length. The basic shape. So sometimes I just hold the picture like this and do a simple sketch of what I'm going to be painting. See the water's sort of splashing up, something like there. Just there, isn't it? That goes whee, like that. What I could do with is a bit of masking tape just to stick it to the canvas. I'll do that. I got myself some more water, and I'm going to stick it with some masking tape so I can see it better. It's quite hard to draw and hold at the same time. So here we go, it's about there. There we go. I can see that better now. Yeah, so it's about there. That's there. It kind of goes down to about there, and then the other side of the boat. The motor, the bloke. And then the other bloke, just to make sure things are right. Yeah, the other bloke's about there. Just wondering, why are you taking a picture of us? Bet he never realised it was to do a painting. That goes sort of there, and that goes sort Something like that. So that's a basic drawing of it. Very basic. We'll come back to that later. I'm going to do it kind of painterly. I'm not going to spend too much effort doing detail on the boat. I just want to get something down. So the rest of the picture is very quite plain, and it was plainer than what you see there because I've messed about with it on Photoshop because the water was a lot higher here and you couldn't see anything behind. But I thought, I kind of want a bit more than that. So we've got the water, say there. So we've got like this area like this coming down, and then we've got beach, well, sandbank I should say there, and then we've got more water, and then more sandbank, because we're looking down. But the main part of this picture really is this nice white water that goes sort of that way. Yeah, so that's a basic sketch anyway. So I'm going to stick this picture somewhere so I can glance at it. There we go, I can glance at it. So I've made myself show you this. So this mixture, I was messing around and I made a blue, I put blue, a little bit of brown and a little bit of crimson and a little bit of yellow ochre. So this is a very limited palette look. Alizarin crimson, yellow ochre, ultramarine blue and burnt umber, and then titanium white. And this is the only colours I'm going to use in this painting because I want to keep things limited, limit the palette. So I've made this mix using white, blue, yellow, red and a bit of brown. And this is going to be the water. So we'll get it started anyway. So we'll start putting our water mixture in. Start scrubbing it on. And then as the painting progresses, we can make changes. I want to leave the that area. So the canvas, I covered it with some gesso, and then I threw on some acrylic, some of the acrylic paint, just to get rid of that white, protect the canvas with the gesso. There we go. So we're really just blocking in now at this point, just blocking in the colours, thinking about the foam is sort of here. Yeah, I'm always looking for stuff to do paintings of when I'm out and about. Today I was looking at landscapes, very flat landscapes, because that's what they're like around here, very flat. And I was thinking, all I need to do just put the odd mountain in the background and it would look a lot more interesting. So you could practice your mountain painting and then practice your landscape painting in your area, and then you can mix it up, can't you? Do whatever you like. A bit more of this. It's funny actually, because you can mix this colour without brown. So we're just blocking in, getting rid of the horrible backdrop, horrible red, dirty red, which was a red acrylic paint. And like I said, a bit of red, a bit of yellow, I think there was a bit of brown in there, and then I just threw that on. Yeah, I've been wanting to do this painting for a while actually. Hope you're enjoying my uploads at the moment. I know I've been doing more than I used to, because I want to paint more often, and it would be nice if one day I could make painting a living, and I thought if I upload more videos it might help me become a better artist. And I'm really happy that you're enjoying these videos. Been getting some good comments. More good ones than bad ones. I tend to ignore bad ones these days. Sometimes you read a bad comment and you think, you try and paint it. That's what I think. But, you know, it doesn't really matter, does it? What matters is that I'm enjoying myself painting, and that's all you could really ask for. A bit of enjoyment. I threw a bit of white in my colour there. It's a bit whiter up at the shoreline there. So what I might do to get the water, I'm thinking of using a small brush and just doing little marks. So I'm not sure how long this episode's going to go for. Try not to do a 10-hour one. I just sort of set up and hope that I can do it within an hour and a half. So we'll just block that in. Now I'm going to block in that bit as well. And then we need to think of the sky colour. Not sky colour. There is no sky, luckily. Just move my camera. Yeah, there is no sky, so don't need a sky colour. No sky in this painting. Let's start doing this bit. So the canvas was not covered with anything. Canvas was dry. If you feel you want to cover your canvas with a bit of medium or whatever, then you can. Don't feel like you have to do it the exact same. You can modify your method to the way you want to do it. Hopefully these videos inspire other painters to get their paints out and do a painting, because I watch other painters, and then I'm like, right, I need to paint now. I really want to paint. I get really fired up for it. Get myself energized, and I'm like, right. I was listening to stories about Turner, and I watched the movie as well. And I think, right, I need to get painting now. I was watching, I love that Van Gogh movie with Benjamin Cumberbatch, Painting with Words. I think it's on Vimeo. I think I watched it on Vimeo. Such a good one of Van Gogh, that one is. Because they only use Van Gogh's words in it. It's dramatised as you expect in a sort of thing, but it's so good. Gets me inspired. Inspiration. Just picking up a little bit of blue, a bit of yellow. I'm already looking at this water, realising I can improve it. Bit of white, bit of the cad yellow ochre. I'm just putting these little strokes in there, just to break it up a bit, because it's a bit samey. I know I said I was going to do that with a small brush as well, which I will. Okay, what we got going there? It's looking quite good, really. Considering what you're asking. Considering I painted it. Right, making myself a sandy colour. Yellow ochre. In with the burnt umber. And then some white. That's quite sandy, isn't it? I'll do. It's quite sandy. It's probably a bit dark, but we'll block it in with this. Blocking it in. So I put hardly any paint on. It's almost like dust. Not much paint. And that way, you scrub the paint on, and then you can change it if you want, and you haven't got that much on, so it doesn't get affected too much for changing things. I need more paint. More of the burnt umber and the yellow ochre. Get my beach. Sandbank, I should say. Keep calling it a beach. It's a sandbank. I want to get this filled in. Fill it in. Filling it in. Okay, the sandbank at the top. So I was actually, when I was at Cleethorpes at the coast, Lincolnshire coast that is, the beach, the beach went for miles. It was so far out. I was hoping to catch some waves on my camera, I should say, not on a surfboard. and nothing. Nothing. It was a shame because the beach was so far out, but I did have a good walk to try and make it to the sea, and unfortunately I never made it because it was so far out, and I was barefoot, and I got really far, and then it was just rock, so couldn't go any further. But it was a fun walk. Right, let's have a look at this. I'm going to put some light here. So then, put light there. I don't want light everywhere, just in a few places. Okay. A bit more. Okay. And there's this sand bank area there. Might get a little bit of the darker colour there. Breaks that up a bit. Right, just sit back, have a look at that. I feel like I'm missing a bit of I've just thrown in a bit of blue in my colour. I can see that there's sort of a bit of a dark bit goes along there. So you don't want it to be all the same, you see. Right, let's sit back and have a look at that. That's better, yeah. That looks more like it. Right, I think at this point we could start putting the people in. Might just do that there as well. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, let's bring the people back. Right, we'll stick that there and I'll call this one finished. Right, let's have a look at this. Now we can't stick it there anymore because we've painted on it. So I'm going to put it down on my palette. Actually, I might put it down. I might just hold it. Right, let's have a look. So we want a yellow mixture. So I was thinking yellow ochre, a little bit of alizarin crimson, just to warm it up a bit, like that. We could go a bit darker than that. Maybe that can be our base colour. So we'll scrub in the yellow of the boat to start with. Because we can scrub in the main colour, and then we can mess around afterwards, you see. There we go. Okay. So the hull, it gets really dark. So I think a bit of blue and brown, and we got a nice dark look. Blue and brown makes black. So you can mix that into the colour and that will darken it off. So let's have a look at this. So this goes like there. Something like that. Remember, it's not going to be perfect. Put some of that in the water. Okay. Now I want to get that, get the people in next, I think. Just wiping my brush. I want to get like a dark blue. Might go blue first. Actually, use the dirty blush. Blush? dirty brush in with the blue. Dirty brush in with the blue. In with the ultramarine blue. So we've got a nice dark. I think that'll do for this guy at the front. Let's paint him in. Sort of like that. That's his basic shape, isn't it? And then we've got this guy at the back who's wearing more blacker clothing, so I'll put a bit of brown in my blue. So I've just put a bit of brown in with the blue to make it darker. Put him in. He's got his collar up. Indicate him, he goes there. And with this same dark, I might paint in the part of the motor there. It's not too big. Maybe. Just chop it off with my finger. Something like that. And actually, while we're charging forward, using my dirty brush, I'll just go into this white here. So we pick up a nice grey. And let's do this part of the boat as well, like there. Is it there? And he's got shorts on as well. There. And that's a bit too light here. I didn't realise that guy had his shorts on there. It's amazing what you start seeing. The more you're eyeballing what you're doing, you start seeing more and more. I'm going to start with a rough grey along here. It's just the same colour in a bit more, the white. I'm thinking if I just to get this started. Just so I can see it better. Maybe it's further down like there. And the other side of the boat, right there. Something like that. You can even see some of the bench going along there. Sit back, have a look at that. They don't look too bad actually. Just wipe the brush. Just going to pick up some dark. Just going to put it in there. Right, let's get their heads in. If we get their heads in, we're in a better position again. Always improving our position. I might use... I'll be alright with this brush, I think. It's been a good brush so far. So, the colour of this flesh is more of a sort of a yellowy red. Crimson and yellow ochre will do it. Sometimes burnt sienna and a little bit of white, and that's a good indicator for faces sometimes. These guys, it's sort of a yellow ochre like that, and then a bit of white. We might even need a bit of burnt sienna in it. I mean burnt umber to darken it, but we'll just check it. It's a bit too yellow. Bit more of the burnt umber and the red. We'll check that one. Close, but no cigar. My faces are redder than I thought actually. And that's pretty close. Let's just put his head in then. And blob. See his hands here as well, so we'll go blob, blob. And this other guy, he's looking over here, isn't he? So he needs a blob. And then his hand is about there. Blob of paint there. And then his leg is there. So they've both got a bit of hair, but not a great deal. Just going to get a tiny bit of white, just to have a bit of light hitting the faces for one side, just one side. That'll do. I'm not going to go into their heads too much. Just wants to be very simple. Let's get some of the white. Some of this white now. Just went for a bit of that blue in it. I think it'd be better if I use a pure white that can break off. It's not ultra pure, but it's just so I can capture this top. Back bit. Bet you're watching this thinking, oh, I really want to paint now. I really want to paint a boat in my painting. Now I've seen Jason do it, I can do it. So while I've got this white on my brush, I'm going to lighten some of this boat. Using a bit of this yellow ochre. Okay. And while we're at it, we'll put a bit of that in the water. Bit of a reflection in there. Okay, now what I want to do, since I've got the small brush going, I might do a bit of hair. Might as well, get a bit of brown. Just getting a bit of brown on this brush. Oops. These big palettes get a bit clumsy with them. There we go. Just get a bit of this hair. I'll go a bit dark actually. I was going to lighten it, but then I thought the water behind it might make it disappear too much. So we'll put a bit of hair in there. Bit of hair. And this guy can have a bit of hair as well. Oh, they look funny. Let's darken this area here. A couple of hairs dropping out of the brush. Let's darken this here. He needs some little blue collars. Now, while I've got this light, I might as well put a bit of light on the top of that engine. There is a bit of rope as well. Just noticed a rope at the front of the boat, probably where he ties it up. When they go into, there we go. When they go into port, you probably tie the boat up. Bit of a mark there as well. There's a bit of a thing there. Right, I think we're done. He's happily sat on the boat there. So is he. Oh yeah, we was going to put some just going to sort of fill that in around him. I was going to put in a blue collar on that bloke, so some white and blue, nice and bright. Nice and bright, look. Something like that. You see how you can keep adding stuff and adding stuff. You could can spend quite a while just on the one character and add a lot of little details on. I think he's got a little badge there as well. That'll do. I could do with just doing that. That's better. We'll leave him now. We'll start looking at the whole painting again. But it shows you a bit of detail. That gap there, I don't want that there. I need a bit of white just to. There we go. That guy's quite comfy. He's probably been on this boat a few times. You see what it's like when you start putting in detail after detail, you just keep going and going. But I think that does indicate a couple of people on the water, and that's as far as I think I need to go. Now, what I want to do, just sort of sitting back, and the shape of the boat's not quite right. That shape needs to come down more. To go more like that. almost. Okay, let's start bringing in some water. Let's get my brush in light. I can always do more on this as it's going on, but for now I want a bit of water. Okay, so I think what I'll do, oops, there's paper everywhere. So what I'm going to do, I think, is get some of the blue and with the white. And with this mixture, and I'm going to start churning things up using this. So where does it start? It comes out of the boat. Just kind of make that disappear a little bit, and then it goes. It goes all splashing out all the way up there. Get kind of a line kind of thing there. It's all splashing along there as well. And then some of it, you want some of your blue and yellow and brown and a bit of red mixture. Some of that in it as well. Okay, just sitting back, having a look at that. So grabbing some more of the white, mainly the white and blue, and start churning things up again. Lots of churn. Yeah, it's good fun doing that. It is good fun doing that. And then we want a sort of a darker area underneath it. Use my little brush again. Just wipe it with a paper towel. Getting a little bit of the dark A little bit of blue and brown, that's all, just a bit of blue and brown. So it's sort of just a bluey grey, because there's some, as the water goes here, you can see a darkness underneath the water. It kind of goes a bit sort of like this here. Okay, just sitting back, having a look at that. Kind of goes a bit more flat out here. Okay, I'm quite liking that. I quite like the effect that's having. Now what I want to do, I'm going to use my small brush, and what I want is a bluey white. Ultramarine blue and white. There we go. I'm going to use that now in the water. So what I'm going to do is do these little glints. I'm going to use the angle. Using this sort of angle. There's a little kind of little details in here. A bit more. All this kind of flatness on that. Just putting these little details in. Just sitting back having a look at that. Probably get rid of some of them. Going over this a bit. Just softening them a bit. And I can pick some out that I want. Okay. Just sitting back having a look at that. Okay. Over here as well. I just sit back, have a look at that. Now I want the same, but I want it darker. I want some darker ones. So grab into some of the dark. Okay, sitting back, having a look at that. Yeah, I quite like that. I feel like the boat needs brightening up a bit, doesn't it? That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I quite like that. Just sitting back, having a look. Getting some of the dark, and I'll it's darker than that. happened to that? It was a bit too blue. Something like that, and then I'll wipe my brush. Get some of that water. And, break some of that up a bit. I think we'll leave it at that. Need a few of them lines. There we go, before we get into a mess. Because usually what I would do, I get to this sort of stage and then I would think, right, I'll let it dry and then I'll come back and add more detail if I need to. I'm quite liking where this is. I think the thing that's needed now, which I can do while it's still wet, is a bit more of the whiter water, a bit more of the white in the splashes. Okay, I think I'll call this one finished. I mean, I could always keep going if I wanted. Like I would do that. I still want that to be stronger. Let's get a bit of chrome yellow. Let's do this. We might as well. We've got this far. Chrome yellow. Bit of crimson on the brush. Chrome yellow. Sit back, have a look at that. Looks like two guys in a bathtub. No, it's not too bad. There's some of the shapes that are slightly off. That's why I like that. More like that. Yeah, that's actually quite good. That'll do. Just want a little bit of okay, that'll do. That'll do for this one. Hope you enjoyed this one. It's a little bit different, a little bit more of a challenge, and something you really need to take a while on, I feel, anyway. Well, for me anyway. I would wait for this to dry and probably do some more on it. But I think this shows you how to get one started at least, and it's a bit different and just shows you how you can put something in like that quite simply, and then you can work on it. So thanks very much for watching this episode, and I'll see you in another one. Cheers, bye.